Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Tobacco Card Tuesday. And it is a gorgeous early October afternoon, Tuesday afternoon in New England. The weather is beautiful, the sky is crystal clear, so I figured I'd sit outside on the deck and do this video for you. Now, I just got some books I plan on reading between now and the winter, and I just wanted to show them to you. This isn't a book report because I haven't read them, but just future books I'm going to be reading. The first one is Deadball Trail Blazers. Let me just do this. Deadball Trail Blazers. And it's about single season records of players in the deadball era, the early 1900s, 1920. You see some of the players on the cover. Deadball Trailblazers by Ronald T. Waldo. I figured just read this, pick up a couple of tidbits from an era of baseball I really enjoy. The second book I got is The Mysterious Case of Rudolph Diesel. He was the man who invented the diesel engine. And that's the cover. Submarine on the cover. And it's by Douglas Brunt. So that's the second book waiting to be read between now and the winter. And the third one is Cape Cod and the Portland Gale of 1898. That is the storm that sunk the Sidewheeler Portland on its way from Boston to Maine. And that's what the Portland looked like. So I'm assuming this will tell you about the big storm and the unfortunate sinking of the Portland. But I'm not here to tell you about all those. I'm here because it's Tobacco Card Tuesday. Now, when I get new books to read, I need a bookmark. So in my mind, that allows me to buy a card to use it for a bookmark. So for Deadball Trailblazers, I am using this card right here. Now, this is a reprint. I do own this Trispeaker T206 card, but I would not use it for a bookmark. So I did pick up a very cheap reprint. And you can see he's one of the players in the book. So that's the first card I picked up to be used as a bookmark. Reprint of a T206 Trispeaker. Now in the Diesel book, I did pick up a card that has Dr. Diesel in it. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better. Now, this is an 1934 R&J Hill Inventors cards. And you see there's Dr. Diesel, and there's the diesel oil engine. And that's the back of the card. RJ and Hill from the Inventors series. A little blurb about Diesel. And this was the Hill's Badminton Smoke and Mixture Tobacco in Perfection. And once again, this is from 1934. Now, Dr. Rudolf Diesel was a German inventor and mechanical engineer. I'm sorry about that. Who invented the diesel engine. Wind's starting to pick up, so I'll put his book, maybe the other books as well, to try to hold it up. On September 29th, 1913, now this was around the time of World War I, before the Americans got in, but the British and Germans, it was a hotbed. So September 29th, 1913, Diesel boarded the SS Dresden in Belgium on his way to a meeting in London. Aboard ship that day, he ate dinner and then retired to his cabin at 10 p.m. He asked to be woken up the following morning at 6:15, but he was never to be seen alive again. When they went to his cabin to get him, his nightshirt and watch were neatly laid out, but no sign of him anywhere. The cabin was empty, and the bed did not look slept in. Later, his hat and overcoat were neatly folded under the stern rail of the ship. His wife opened the bag that he gave her just before his ill-fated voyage, with instruction that she should not open it until the following week. So when she did open it, it had 20,000 German marks in it. 10 days later, a Dutch boat found a floating corpse, but it could not be determined who it was because of the advanced state of decomposing. However, there were personal belongings on the body that when shown to his son, they were confirmed to be Diesel's. Many theories started of why Diesel met this fate. Many said it was just simple suicide, but there were murder theories as well. Diesel did not allow Germany exclusive rights to his invention. And a matter of fact, the meeting he was going on in England was to allow the British to use the diesel engine in their submarines. His death was never solved. And I think that's what the book is about. It was as simple as suicide. Let's see, the sun's kind of changed angle. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this. It's a nice card. So it could have been suicide, but it seems weird that he would do that. Or the Germans could have been pressuring him, or the Germans could have murdered him. And like I said, I think that's what the book is about, so I'm excited to read the book. So very nice card of Dr. Rudolf Diesel from 1934. So that will be my bookmark in that card. Now the Cape Cod and the Portland Gale of 1898. There are no cards of the Portland sidewheeler or the shipwreck. So the closest thing I have is this 1911 Wills card of the shipwreck of the steamship, the London. And London was a great maritime shipwreck in itself. And like I said, this is a Wills card in the Celebrated Ship series. And on the back is a little blurb about the London. And once again, this is a real nice card. Sorry the sun's kind of washing out the colors, but it's very colorful. Typical bent corners and stuff, but what do you want? It's a tobacco card from 1911. The London was headed for Australia, and it foundered on January 11th, 1866, off the coast of France in the Bay of Biscay. 220 people were lost and only 19 were saved. So this is well before the Titanic, and it was a celebrated, well, not celebrated, but it was a famous shipwreck with many loss of lives. So like I said, they didn't have any cards that I know of about the Portland. So this will be my bookmark. 1911 Wills cigarette called the London. And you can see the lifeboats and parts of the ship breaking up in the middle. Waves crashing over the deck of the ship. Okay, so those are my 3 bookmarks for the 3 books, but I do have one more tobacco card to show you, and this is the 1939 Ogden cigarette card called the Essex and the Whale. Now Shane at Shoebox Legends directly inspired me to buy this. He actually very recently did a video that included this card, and I knew all about the Essex story, and I just thought it was a beautiful card. I did not know one existed, and when I saw his, I thought it was a very beautiful card of the ship with a whale diving beneath it. And so I actually paused his video, pulled up eBay, and bought it right then and there, and then finished his video. And this just came. 1939 Ogden's The Essex and the Whale Sea Adventure. And that's the back, as part of the Sea Adventure series. Now there is a book recently done about the Essex from a Nantucket author. I haven't read it, heard it's very good. And there are many movies and stories written about the poor survivors' survival. The Nantucket whaling ship Essex was hunting whales in the Pacific Ocean, thousands of miles from the coast of South America, just as many other ships did in that day. The Essex, however, was attacked and sunk by a sperm whale on November 20th, 1820. 20 men from the Essex had to survive in the surviving whaleboats, suffering dehydration, starvation, exposure to the open ocean, and eventually cannibalism. Like I said, there are many stories and movies telling this tale of survival. However, Herman Melville, after hearing the story about the Essex, was inspired to write Moby Dick in 1851. So that story depicted here on this tobacco card influenced, let's see if I get a good shot. I thought the sun would be better than my crappy non-lighted inside. This is a beautiful card as well. So that's a story of the tale of the Essex sinking by a sperm whale did inspire Melville to write Moby Dick. And I just think this is a real neat card. Like I said, I did not know it existed until Shane turned me onto it. And I just knew I had to get a copy of my own. So that's the fourth and final card you're gonna see on this week's Tobacco Card Tuesday. And I hope everyone enjoys the week. It's supposed to be weather like this through the rest of the week, and I will be enjoying it. So thank you very much for tuning in. Goodbye.